continue to submit your greetings and we'll be sure to read them throughout the show. Back to you, Sister Macy.
Welcome back to another episode of Explore Mountain State.
That's it for the weather
And
updates.
moving on to our district news update.
Only here
on INCRadio Mountain States.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. We are live today in INCRadio Mountain States. I am your host for today. I'm Sister Roxanne Sapno from Locala, Phoenix. And today is Saturday, again, February 24, 2024. And our time here in Arizona, I'm in Arizona right now, and it's 4 p.m. And it's Mountain Standard Time and 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. There, Ate Princess. So I have Ate Princess here as my co-host for today. So I'm not the only one who's pretty. So I say hi, Ate Princess.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon to all of those here on the west side. Good morning to those in the east side in the Philippines. So thanks for tuning in. I'm happy to have Ate Roxanne open for us. I love your energy.
Yeah, thank you, Ate Princess. So for our team live chat, I can see Ate, there's already like messages there. So thank you. So I'm from Locala, Phoenix. Hello to all our brethren in Locala, Phoenix. Hello, gising. So today it's gonna be an exciting topic, Ate, since we're facing a lot of activities throughout this week, and a lot of not just in the church but also with our personal life, with our some other things that we love to do, maybe at work or maybe something that we love to do. So that's why our topic today is very exciting, and I'm sure maraming mapupulot, or many of our listeners and viewers will learn a lot from our topic for today. That's why Ati says, for our team live chat, just message your hashtag your local congregation. Don't forget, and put any messages there. Or if you have greetings, Ate, if they have greetings, birthday or anniversaries or anything, just put it in the live chat.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a lot of greetings actually coming in from the live chat. If I can say some right now. First, we want to shout out Brother Rod from West Las Vegas. He was our first commenter for this evening, or excuse me, for this afternoon. And then we have our Christian Rhoda. He says, hello, INCRadio Mountain States. Happy watching to everyone in the INCRadio Mountain States Satellite Studios. We have Kalilani from West Las Vegas. Kamelka Newcomb says, greetings to all the brethren in Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, Nevada, and Utah from the Newcomb family, hashtag Henderson, hashtag MTS Rock Solid. We have Karemelin saying happy Saturday to everyone. We have Helen from West Las Vegas, Sister Monica Flores. Hi, Sister Mo. We have a lot of West Las Vegas. Kateng po says happy Saturday sa lahat from West Las Vegas. Sister Sam says hello. Brother Brian Sun says hello po, brethren. Happy viewing. Hashtag SLV is the place to be. Yes, it is. We also have from Sister Michelle Baralea from West Las Vegas. As you know, for our hashtag challenge, they're just always really on top of it, you know. And then we also have, let me do two more. We have come from Kagari Lagam. He's giving his greetings, saying hello to everyone from West Las Vegas. And last but not least, we have Ka Amy saying, happy listening, dear brethren, hashtag globe. So a lot of brethren are watching out there.
Yes, that's true, Ate. Syempre, talaga namang they are waiting for our INCRadio topic for today. And syempre, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your comment on the team live chat. So we're gonna read all your comments later on sa ating program for today. And syempre, Ate Princess, speaking of hashtag, we're gonna do our MTS hashtag challenge.
Yes, I'm not sure if we have the materials, so I have to find it.
Okay, Ate. Okay, so while you're preparing that, Ate, so if they have like birthday greetings, I know do you know anyone, Ate, that celebrated their birthday? Oh, it's our anniversary. So it's our 9th-year anniversary. Happy anniversary to my husband, brother Marlon Sapno. So 9 years, Ate. So yeah, and we have syempre, and birthday. Do you have any birthday greetings,
Yes,
Ate?
there are a lot of birthdays this month. One of them being our guest, who I'll introduce later, but her birthday was February 8th. And then I want to say happy birthday to my sister in law.
Thank you, Kuya Tek. Nako, si Kuya Tek talaga naman, alive na alive din siya ngayon dahil talagang ready sa ating mga birthday greetings. Thank you, Kuya Tek. And syempre, Ate Princess, to sa mga nanonood and listeners natin, they can put their birthday greetings too. So, I know February, there's a lot of birthday celebrants for this February. I just forgot. But
There's a lot, and for
yeah.
the challenge, also just to touch on that, I don't have the materials for that, but we'll get that spoken for next week. We'll present it, but please put your hashtag comments and your greetings right now. West Las Vegas seems to be in the lead because majority of the brethren who are commenting right now are from them. So hopefully all of our other local congregations will show their support. But for now, we don't have anything to showcase for our past activities. However, we do have announcements for our future activities to prepare for. So for the brethren who are tuning on right now, if you don't already know, we have our CWS SOFLA is tomorrow. So that is our CWS Children's Worship Service, Songs of Faith, Love, and Hope. This is going to be a fun competition where we're going to showcase all of our young children and their beautiful voices to sing. And so I'm excited for that. We also have upcoming big scale or large scale events. We have, for example, our Unity Games, which will be happening today. So that's a little while from now, but it's best to start preparing right now. We have bowling, we have volleyball, and then basketball. And then we also have our band together, which is in March. Okay. March 10, I believe, is the current date. And so if you play any musical instruments, if you sing, if you do any of that, please join in the band together. We would love to have all of you there so that we can just make music together and have fun. And this year it is a competition. So prepare yourselves, prepare well with all your musical talents so that you can showcase and present yourself on the day of our band together. It will be held here in the Nevada region for the District of Mountain States. And then for our Kadiwa, just keep an open ear because you'll be hearing from your president soon that we do have a meet and greet coming up internationally. So if you haven't heard any information, contact your local president for information on the international meet and greet because that's also coming up. And I know we also have, there's soccer coming up, international soccer. So I think that's called football in
That's exciting, Ate. There's a lot the Mira because you can get to meet a lot of Kadiwas in all our districts. So it's gonna be fun, and also for our band together. Just don't forget to enjoy. Even though it's a competition, just enjoy and have fun. It's about sharing our talents and giving praises, of course, to our Almighty God.
Yes. So thank you to everybody who is continuing to be supportive of our district and all of the things that we have in store for us. If you don't mind, Arthur, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our beautiful panelist who's joining us today. As Sister Roxanne mentioned, our topic that we're discussing today is our balancing your priorities. So this really is to talk about, how do we manage our priorities all at once, being able to multitask as well as avoid burnout, just because, in the beginning of the year, we do set a lot of goals for ourselves. And at times we can get a little overwhelmed. So our panelist here is a very busy woman. She is busy both inside church and outside her duties. So we wanted to ask her for her insight on how she balances her priorities. Sister Angela, could you introduce yourself?
Hello, hi Sister Roxanne, hi Sister Princess. I'm Sister Angela. I'm from the local of South Las Vegas. Thank you for having me.
Hi, Sister Angela. Welcome.
Yes. Tell our viewers your offices so we can see how busy you are.
Sure. So I'm an organist, a CWS teacher. I help out in the District Kadiwa, and then I'm also the acting CSD president, which is Christian Society for the Deaf.
Yes, she's a very, very busy. She's teaching me sign language right now. So all I know is good morning. Right?
Close.
Well, we're almost there.
Yes.
Awesome. I felt that, when we're looking for insight on how to balance our priorities, Sister Angela is one of my people that I really looked towards for advice. So I'm excited to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
I know. And then Ate Roxanne, we're definitely going to get some insight from you, especially you being a family woman. You have children of your own and you're a wife. So we really need your perspective too, just to help out any of our younger book load members who are seeking more advice. So I'm excited, Ate.
I like the younger buklod. Did you say younger buklod, Ate?
Yeah.
There's a younger buklod. Oh, I didn't know that, Ate, but I like that.
You're so funny. Okay, so before I go back to the live comments, I did want all of us to kind of think about our priorities and what we consider to be in our top 5. Because we're going to talk about our top priorities and then kind of narrow it down a little. But right now, for your top 5, so even you at the Roxanne, if you can think of your top 5 priorities, Sister Angela, just think about it right now. I can give an example, right? So my top priorities would be, of course, my duties, then my studies, and then my life at home, whether it be like my home responsibilities or my family, right? My career, and then could be hobbies, anything like you put in your priority list, right? So from our comment section, I know our link is just interesting. I think our link is being projected on another link, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully a lot of our viewership, they're watching through the 24-hour link. But if they haven't already, we just want to ask you guys back at home, if you're watching, to also think of your top priorities. That way we can kind of talk this out together and work it out. Yeah. Awesome. So let's just go straight into our topic, why don't we? Okay, so Sister Angela, do you have in mind what your priorities would be?
Yeah, I try to keep things easy to remember because I forget a lot.
Mhm.
So my top 5 priorities, and in order, they all start with the letter F.
Mhm.
So my top 5 priorities, number 1 is my faith. So anything having to do, with my duties, the time that I spend for that, it's always going to be number 1. So anything else that tries to take my time will be second to that. So faith is number 1. Number 2 is kind of a 2-for-1.
Mhm.
It's family and friends. So making sure that my relationships are strong, that I invest time in the people that are close to me and important to me.
Yeah.
That's something that I hold very close to me. It's a very high value for me. So I want to make sure that I spend a lot of time showing up for my friends in the way that I want to, and for my family too.
Yes.
So faith, family, friends. Number 3 is my finances. So anything having to do with, because finances enable us to show up the way that we want to for our faith and for our family. So that's number 3. Number 4 would be my future. So any skills that I want to have for my career or for, my professional life, that is also a big priority. And then last but definitely not least is fun, because I think it's very, all of our other priorities, while they're important, if we don't find the joy or the fun in doing them, then we kind of lose a lot of meaning, and we lose a lot of the value that in the time that we invest in all of those. So those are my top 5. They all start with that: faith, family, friends, finances, future, and fun.
Well, I like that. I didn't even think of finances. I'm telling you, the big brains over here. I should probably prioritize my finances. What about you, Author Roxanne?
Yeah, that was actually that's the first time I heard about the 5F. So it's actually good, Ate. And also the last thing that you said, that the third is finances, because it's true, and also the last is fun. So even though we're so busy, we don't need to forget about having fun. So for me, Ate says my priority, of course, I have 5, I think. But of course, first is of as iglesianicristo, I make sure that I because if it does not align with my priorities, I will not make time, or spend time with that. So first is being a iglesia ni cristo, anything to do with faith, with my office. So that's my first priority. The second one would be my family, so my husband, my kids. So that's my second priority, anything to do with them. And then third is, of course, myself. Sometimes, like for myself, like something that adding value to me. So if something that I love to do, so that's my third priority. Because sometimes if we're like so busy with being a mom, being a wife, and then we forgot about something that for us, so we need to remember that too. And then fourth one would be my fourth one, what is it, like with friends, yeah. Because actually with my friends, I also have friends in the church of Christ, and also I have friends outside. So yeah, nurturing your relationship with other people also, it's important, because that's how you will appreciate also, like the life, and the differences that you have. So yeah, so friends. And then the last one is um actually the finances also, I also consider that. So that's on myself too, that I work on that, like adding skills to myself. So that's it, ate. That's more on the things that I prioritize.
If you don't remember from our previous shows, Ate Roxanne is a financial professional. If you need to get your finances in order.
Yeah, because that's why I like ate I forgot ate your name. Ate, say I forgot Ate Angela. Ate Angela, I like it that even though you're young, but you already think about finances, because it's true. So yeah.
I think from a Kadiwa perspective, the
Mhm.
way Sister Angela prioritizes or has her top priorities is a great foundation, really. So for any of our brethren who don't really know how to prioritize, I feel like that would be a good one to be inspired by, is faith, family, friends, because we do love our family and friends in our lives. You said finances, future, and fun.
Future and fun.
Future is a big thing, because it's something that we really do have to prepare for, right? And I feel like what your top priorities are above, future, sets us up for success for our future, and ultimately we have fun with it. So I think I might steal that.
Yeah.
That's great.
I think the order, like you mentioned, also is important, because if you have those same 5 priorities but not in the same order, it might not give you the same result that you're looking for.
Yes. And Ate Roxanne, with yours, it didn't even cross my mind to put like myself as a priority. And I feel like as a mom and as a wife, you have so many responsibilities to take care of, that at times that we forget to put ourselves as a priority. So I feel like you putting yourself on your top 5 priority list is something that we should also take note from, especially for those who are starting a family. You need to make sure, like I heard this one saying, like, instead of asking how can I take care of you, it's how can you take care of yourself in order to help take care of
Yeah.
something along those
That's actually true, ate. Like for example, how can be a good mom, or a good wife, or a
lines.
good iglesia ni Cristo, if myself, I don't take care of myself. So that's why I believe it's important also, that we don't forget something that that add value to ourselves. So that's I always put in mind. Actually, right now I'm doing everything that I love to do that before I cannot do, and now I'm starting to go back on that. So that's at the important for me.
I think there's definitely a difference between prioritizing yourself and being selfish. I don't think that necessarily prioritizing yourself is a selfish thing to do.
No, you have to be able to, like Roxanne said, prioritize yourself and take care of yourself in order to be able to prioritize others. I really love that. So, and
Especially, Especially ate for all the moms that's listening right now, it's not really selfish to take care of themselves. It's really something that you need to prioritize for yourself, because it's okay to have fun too, even though you're a mom. So I believe in that too. It's because if you find yourself like, sometimes it's so stressful that you have a lot of things in your plate, and sometimes you forgot something that's really most important. So that's okay, mom. So still have fun and prioritize yourself too.
Do you hear that, dads? Do you hear? Let your
And you have me time.
let them prioritize themselves. So give them a mommy daycare, like what do you call that? Mommy self-care day, something like
Mm.
that, to help them. All right. Well then, something that I want to bring into the topic is, like the list. You kind of mentioned that, the order does matter. But when you have time versus values, let's say if somebody has a priority that conflicts with another, which one should you prioritize, the urgent one, or like, what are your thoughts, Sister Angela?
Yeah, my thoughts are, if you view time a lot in a similar way that you view money, in the sense that it's a resource that you allocate and that you only get so much of it per day, then I think it's easier to see that it's a good gauge of whether or not your actual priorities are aligned with your ideal priorities. So I'll give an example. If let's say I'm spending a lot of time on my career, and I'm not spending as much time on, like, I don't know, like showing up for my family and friends. I can't extend the day to make more time. I can only allocate the time that I have in a day. So a good check to see, again, whether or not you are true to the priorities that you want to uphold for yourself, is just look at where your time is going.
Yeah.
And see if it aligns with like the list of top priorities. Like, am I spending the most time on my number one priority?
Something that Sister Angela kind of mentioned earlier today, we were with each other, and she kind of said, you don't have to ask a person what their priorities are. You just have to see where they put their time in. And so I think you saying that, it reminded me of that. And I think that's also a really good way to kind of self-evaluate or reflect, what you may say your priorities are one thing, but where are you really putting your most time in? So I think that's something we can continue in our discussion. We do want to go on a quick station break. When we come back from our station break, we're going to discuss kind of our skill sets, things that we love doing or we feel like we're really good at versus things that we feel like we can improve on, just because I feel like, understanding our own self and our skill sets will allow us to be able to prioritize balance your priorities better. Okay, so right now it is 3:25 p.m. here in the Pacific time zone, and then I know 4:25 in Mountain Standard Time and 7:25 in the Philippines. But once again, when we return, we're going to be talking about skill sets as well as continuing our discussion on balancing your priorities. So please stay tuned with us. We will be right back.
You are listening to Iglesia ni Cristo Radio, the voice of truth.
Last week, we talked about the importance of a healthy work environment. This week, we will deep dive into developing work relationships that last even after you and your colleagues have gone to different jobs. Tune in to INCRadio Hong Kong Satellite Studio this Sunday, February 25, from 11 o'clock a.m. to 12 noon Philippine time. Don't miss it!
p.m. Had like a little 30-second break. I thought it was going to be longer.
Yeah, so we're back again just after. Yeah, Ate Princess, because they're waiting for our topic discussion. That's why.
Kuya Tech wants to know how to balance his priorities, huh? Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna do our MTS challenge, and so with this MTS challenge, again, we're gonna be talking about our skill sets. So before the broadcast, I did mention to Author Roxanne and Sister Angela to think of 3 skill sets they feel like they do well at, or that they feel like they've honed in on, and then 3 skills that they want to improve on. So, for example, with me, I feel like one of my 3 skills that I do well at is talking.
And that you are great at talking.
Like communicating. So communication and connecting is one skill I feel like I do really well at. Something else I feel I do well at is being able to critically think. And then one last skill set I feel like is a strength is something I need to think of. Probably out of my before asking you to. But like one thing I want to continue working at is time management. I really need to. Let's ask Sister Roxanne first before we get to Sister Angela. At the Roxanne, what are some skills you do well with, and then some skills you want to improve on?
With the things that I want to improve on, ate, I thought about it already, about the time management too. Sometimes, since I have a lot of things to do, sometimes that's a thing that I need to improve on, like being on time always. Sometimes I have like seconds, minutes. So, but yeah, I'm trying to improve on that, and also with communication, communication with everybody, because when I came here, there's a lot of changes. So, and also like the culture thing, and so being in the Philippines and here, so that one. And also what else, like I'll think of the third one, ate. I'll go to the things that I'm good at, like for example, I'm not that good, but I'm learning on it too, with the finances thing, with the like educating myself with when it comes to finances here, because it's really important if you have a healthy financial foundation, as as a mom, because we're the one handling the money. So we need to be good at it. And also with my 2 kids, so also I'm improving on my health. So my health, and because I'm not getting any younger anymore. So that's why I like when you said younger buklod, because it's something that I'm improving right now, because of the last time I gave birth, then I rested, and then now actually right now I just went to an event, so I'm actually a dancing financial professional.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm actually a dancer, ate. What's this? So I'm a professional dancer in the Philippines, promoting our culture. So that's what I'm doing here also. So yeah. So yeah, ate, that's. Did I mention 3?
Yeah.
So yeah, with communicating with my kids too, I'm trying to like do that too, like because kids now they're different. So yeah.
Yes. Awesome. What about you, Sister Angela?
Yeah, sure. So things that I think I excel in, one of them I think is remaining calm under stressful situations.
That is a good skill. That is a fantastic
the
skill.
professional setting or not, I think I've been able to hone the skill of separating my emotions from my logical thinking brain. So it allows me to think well under high pressure situations. Number 2, I would say, is something that's a strength that I also really enjoy doing, which is pointing out the strengths in others. So I think a lot of times we're the most critical on ourselves. So sometimes you need to hear your own strengths from somebody else. So that's something I try to make a priority also in my friendships. And then number 3, I would say planning and project management. So being able to take a high level idea or project or end goal and then break it up not only into smaller steps, but into a timeline that's achievable and that makes sense. But where I want to improve on is actually what your strength is, Sister Princess, which is being a better conversationalist. I think especially with someone new that I'm not familiar with, I struggle to make and hold conversations. So that's something I want to work on. Another one is, there's just so many, it's hard to pick.
Sam?
I want to get better at. I also want to make my health a better priority or a higher priority. That's something I'm trying to spend more time on. So this year I've been trying to move more and like try different kinds of exercises that aren't just like, or something that I'm used to doing. And 3 is be comfortable in my uncomfortable. Does that make sense?
Yes, that does.
Be confident in the fact that I'm not going to be good at something at the beginning.
I will speak for the conversationalist thing. This comes from radio, and I always give credit to Ate Macy because she really just kind of she works without a script, and she talks about being prepared. And so when it comes to being a conversationalist, I feel like you need to have an end goal in mind to navigate the entire conversation. It doesn't matter what the situation may be or what the environment may be. Like, it could be just like there's somebody new there and you want to talk to them. If you kind of go up to them without knowing what you're going to talk to them about, of course you're not going to have anything to talk about. So usually my goal is to just, if it's somebody new, find something out about them and then just build on that. So that's only there, because I don't know how it's a skill that is you need a lot of practice with. And I think being on radio and talking to various people with diverse personalities, it's been a benefit on my end. So I give thanks to my duty and Ate Macy. But I feel like you have a lot of strong skill sets that I also want to hone in on. I think one of them, and Ate Roxanne, I don't know if you find this to be a skill that you do well at, or that you have, or a skill that you need to improve on, but being calm in stressful situations. Are you?
Yes, ate. Actually, I thought about it. Actually, my qualities is like I'm always like smiling, and I'm always like happy, even though I feel like I'm calm too, because I'm just showing it as a smile, that that even though it's stressful, or even though I'm overwhelmed with things that I have, if I have a lot of things to do, so I just smiled, and so I feel like in that way, people are actually asking me like, why you're always smiling, why you're always happy. But my answer is just, it's just a choice, that you need to make. That are you gonna be sad, or are you gonna be happy? Are you gonna be showing your like you're being stressed or being sad, or are you gonna show them that everything is okay? Everything is not always okay, but everything is always gonna be okay, because it's not just us doing things. So it's our Almighty God that's helping us with everything.
Yes, I agree, Ate. I just want to read a few comments that are on here. And then after we do, we conclude with the comments, Kuya Tech, we are going to go on a station break really quick. But just to finish this segment of our broadcast, excuse me. Okay, so we have Brother Anthony Arangay said some really good things that are on here. He said, being able to talk to strangers will be a very useful skill for making visitors in the church comfortable. And then Brother Ethan says he wants the tips on managing pressure and stress. But Brother Ethan, we're going to talk about that in part 2 of our discussion. You just stay tuned, okay? And then we have, excuse me, let's see. I know that Brother Anthony also said they were celebrating their 50th anniversary, if I'm not mistaken, Anthony. He said that our sister hosts have such awesome skills. Sana all. You're so funny. And then we have, thank you, Paul. Let's see, prioritizing church, school, and work. That's Brother Rod. And then Sister Angela, you have a shout out from Sister Sam. She says that she loves you. And then Brother Ethan says, I need work on handling high pressure situations. Awesome. So with this feedback, I promise you that we are going to be talking about this in part 2, because we're going to be talking about burnout and how to avoid that. Again, we're going to go on a station break. It doesn't have to be short. Kuya Tech, you could add a couple more promos in there if you would like. When we come back again, please stay tuned so that you can listen into the insight from Sister Roxanne, Sister Angela, and myself as we talk about how to handle stressful situations when you're trying to balance out all these things in your life, right? And what you want to do to avoid burnout so that we can properly execute all of our tasks that we're responsible for. So again, continue to stay tuned. We'll be on a short break, but we will be right back. We'll see you soon.
Listening to Iglesia Ni Cristo Radio, the voice of truth.
In a world driven by compassion, discover the joy of giving back.
But how?
By showing appreciation, volunteering, donating, and a lot more ways to give back.
Join us in the journey of gratitude through giving on the next episode of INCRadio Australia Satellite Studio, this coming Sunday, February 25 at 3 p.m. Philippine Standard Time or 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. See you soon!
See how members of the Children's Worship Service value their attire in the worship services. Join us on INCRadio Italy North Satellite Studio this Sunday, February 25th at 6 p.m. Central European Time and on Monday, February 26th at 1 a.m. Philippine Standard Time as we talk about Sunday's Best, Kids Edition. Ci vediamo and don't forget to subscribe to the official YouTube channel of INCRadio DZEM 954.
This Monday on Like and Share. Do you have a fitness workout routine? If you do, then you'll love this DIY workout planner. Soup on a rainy day is a tasty comfort food. How do you say soup in your language? Have you participated in blood donation before? Find out its benefits in this episode. Catch all of these this Monday on Like and Share, February 26, 2024 at 2 p.m. Philippine Standard Time. Only here on INCRadio.
INCRadio Macau Satellite Studio brings you...
Isang masayang pagbati po sa inyong lahat. Welcome po sa episode na ito na inihanda ng INC-TV.
We continuously invite everyone to tune in to INCRadio Macau Satellite Studio and listen to the words of God written in the Holy Scriptures. This Sunday, February 25, 2024 at 9 p.m. Chinese Standard Time and Philippine Time. Visit INCRadio YouTube channel and click live now. See you there!
It is good if someone shared with you what they have, but it is amazing when you are the one who gives to others. When you have a genuine heart and a helping hand, you give happiness to people. Let us talk about how nice and wonderful it is to be helpful, especially during hard times, and share us your story about giving this Monday, February 26, 2024 from 8:30 to 9 p.m. Philippine Time. Live with love from the satellite studio of Metro Manila, only here on INCRadio DZEM 954 kHz, the voice of truth. Don't forget to subscribe!
INCRadio New Zealand Satellite Studio celebrates your songs of faith, love, and hope. Come and join us as we witness the amazing talents of the CWS in their grand finals as they serenade us with their golden voices and inspiring messages through singing. Only here in INCRadio New Zealand Satellite Studio this Sunday, February 25, 2024, 7 p.m. New Zealand Daylight Time, 2 p.m. Philippine Standard Time. Aloha nui! See you then!
For the well-given break.
We are back.
Yes. Okay. So there's a lot of INCRadio families to support. So if you saw all of them, please make sure you also support them from time to time, not just INCRadio Mountain States. Of course, we are here in the States, abroad, and international. Just want to give some shout outs to all of the brethren who are continuing to be tuned in. We have Brother Ethan, Sister Melka. Hi, Poka Melka.
Hi, Kamelka.
We have Sister Shaina. We have Kuya Ace. Hi, Kuya Ace. Brother Gian. We have a lot of brethren from West Las Vegas, and hopefully a lot of brethren. The link I'm using is a 24-hour link. So if you're on the other link and I haven't given you a shout out, I apologize, but I know a lot of brethren are also using our second link there. Now, we just want to move forward now as we go to the last portion of our topic for today. When it comes to being in stressful situations, up that she does manage well in a calm manner when she is put in high pressure situations. Now, you saw the comment from Brother Ethan. Brother Ethan, if I'm not mistaken, is one of our younger brethren in West Las Vegas. And so maybe we can give some insight to him as to what you do whenever there's high pressure situations, but how you stay calm.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I would say first and foremost, give yourself a lot of grace because it's a skill that's learned through experience and through practice, and it's something that I'm still continuing to learn and adjust as I change. So I think it starts with knowing yourself and your boundaries and your needs really well, because everybody else that you interact with is not going to know your needs like you do. So it's actually on you. It becomes your responsibility to stop yourself before you go over a boundary or before you go over, your own limit. So it starts there, knowing where your limits are and how to take care of your own needs, being attuned to them. And then I would say the third thing is to learn how to remove the emotional charge from a high stress situation. So you can get experience with this like through school or through working with people that maybe your personalities don't always line up. If you focus on the end goal of whatever it is in that situation, whether it's completing a project, completing a task, and then you just listen to your own emotional thermometer as to where you are, and then you stop yourself before you go over a certain point. I think those are all things that help to hone in that skill.
One thing that you mentioned that I was recently given advice on is, knowing your end goal. I feel like I feel like amidst the chaos, I will find my calm eventually, but I need to work on this skill because I myself also at times get emotionally charged when there's high pressure, right? Mm-hmm. And so not losing sight of what your end goal is the advice I was given. And I feel like that's something that, Brother Ethan, if you're really trying to figure out how to stay calm within the situation, that's something you can really take note of, because there's always going to be an end goal. And regardless of the people you're working with or the brethren you're performing with, ultimately all of your goal is just that one end goal. So you're going to have to navigate your way to find that end goal and meet there, right? And so I think that's wonderful advice. Ate Roxanne, as a mom, if there's any like family situations that can be high stress, how are you able to handle that and stay calm?
Well, Ate Princess, for me as a mom, as a wife, if there's like anything that's it's normal that it happened, but what I'm always thinking is this too will shall pass. That this will just like we need to just overcome it. So I just first I sometimes like pray for like, because being a mom, being a wife is like a talent for me. It's a gift that not everyone can do it. So I believe and I always pray for qualities that I need to have for me to be able to overcome all the like being burnout, being stressful, with all of that things, because it is something that we cannot just do alone, I believe, because there are things that you cannot control. So if you think about control, one thing is, if you think about you can control everything, that you want to control this or control that, you cannot. So just forget about that, and just think of something that you can do instead. So for me, I always do some adjustments. If this plan A, for example, didn't work out, then I'm gonna do with the plan B, and and then if I have plan C, so that in that case I will not be so stressed that that I cannot handle everything. So that's what I'm doing at it. I always have options, and I always like pray. I always pray for the qualities that like for me to be more patient, because sometimes we're just human, that we make mistakes, and and it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. So for us, because sometimes we're so pressured that, oh, I cannot make mistakes, I need to be like this, I need to be like that. So don't think about anybody else, because if you're always thinking about the people, what they will say about you, or what they, as a mom, they will say, oh, you should do this, you should do this. Like as a wife, oh, you should do this. There's a lot of comments, or side suggestions, but just always follow what you think is the best, because you're the one who's gonna know what is it for what's the good thing for your kids and for your family. So that's for me, Ati Princess.
I think there's some really great key points that you mentioned. One, we really appreciate how you said that, being a mom is a gift. And so that's one thing to remember too, I guess, as when you're bookload. I mean, I cannot speak for the bookload. I'm just could do it myself, but I love how you touched on that it's a gift, and that's something we have to remember. And giving yourself grace. We always have to give ourselves grace, because we're never going to be perfect in anything that we do. And that's something you also mentioned earlier in the show. Brother Anthony Arangay said, sometimes there's no end goal. It's a long time coming. In those times, we have to it's best to trust in God. So he says he has so many experiences that prove that our Lord God has us, and he's got us, right? Even with myself, when there are stressful situations, and like you mentioned out there, Roxanne, you don't have control of everything, and you never will have control of everything. But the one who does have control of all is our Lord God. So you really have to put your full trust.
Yeah, I want to add to that, Sister Princess, and something that Sister Roxanne mentioned is we often pray for like the qualities that we look for right in ourselves, like patience. And one thing that I've noticed, especially from high stress situations, is sometimes those are the opportunities to practice patience. So in a way, you're getting the answer to your prayer for more patience by having the opportunity to actively practice your patience.
Yes, this is something that Sister Angela and Circle really remind me is when we need patience, God is going to give you the opportunity
to be patient.
That is true. I heard that also, Ate, that if you pray for something, God will not give directly the thing that you pray for. He will give you opportunity to be like that. So I heard that too, and it's one thing that always reminds me about the things.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's something to remember in stressful times. I feel like what causes us a lot of burnout is one, we have so many of these responsibilities, and we try to do them all at once. And so trying to do everything all at once, it's not really possible 100% of the time. So giving yourself the grace that you need, and two, kind of managing things out where you can just focus on, let's say you have 5 things you need to complete, just focus on 2, and then once you get those 2, then you can look at the other half of it, or the rest of the 3 that's on your list, right? Making sure that we don't overwhelm ourselves by putting these high expectations on ourselves, right? So that's one piece of advice that I at least have from my experience, especially during early college when I had so many things to handle. A lot of my burnout came from putting 100% or attempting to put 100% in every single thing that was in front of me. But oftentimes, like you cannot do that. That's too much, right? So making sure that you kind of narrow down your goals and be realistic about your goals. Small goals ultimately help you achieve a bigger goal. And I'm a firm believer in that.
Yeah, something that I was told early in my career that really resonates with what you said is you can do anything, but you can't do everything.
Yes.
So it circles back to our priorities and what we're willing to spend our time and energy on, because those are limited. Time and energy are limited resources.
Yes. Brother A says learning to say no also helps avoid burnout. And I think this is a big thing is a lot of us want to, I'm not saying it's bad to be a people pleaser, but you have to remember to also please yourself, right? If it's not something that you enjoy doing or it isn't pleasing to yourself or doesn't help fulfill, ultimately your goals, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to say yes to it just because, it's in front of you. You can also ask for help. So Sister Angela mentioned earlier, knowing yourself and knowing your boundaries and when to draw the line is something that it's good to learn early on because it will help you later. I wish I learned how to say no at times, or I wish I knew my boundaries in my early college days, but it gave me the experience now to know how to really manage my time. I feel like time management is something I'm always improving on, but I feel like now being a little bit older, I have a better grip on which to prioritize and what responsibilities to put first, and when I can put things at the end of my list. So I think, Roxanne, do you have anything to add before we conclude our discussion?
Yeah, actually, ate, I heard about you say about the help. So as for example, as a mom, if you feel like you need to like have a timeout and you need help, it's okay to ask for help. Especially you can ask first and foremost, of course, with your husband or with your partner, that oh, I need help, I need my time, I need to do something for me not to be so burnout or stressed. So, and it's okay, it doesn't make you feel, it doesn't make you look like less of a person. It's okay to ask help, especially if you have a lot in your plate. So it's okay. It in that way also, you can have the help of your husband, and like or also family members that can help you, so it will lessen all the stress that you have, and it's okay. That's it,
Yeah.
Ate Princess.
Thank you, Ate. And then Sister Angela, did you have any final says for our topic today?
Oh, there's so much to say. I think our priorities often speak to who we are and what's important to us. So it's okay if, like, as you go throughout your life, you readjust your priorities depending on what's important. It's going to change. So it's going to be a constant process of learning yourself. But as long as your number one priority always remains faith, and that will drive all of the rest of your priorities into the right.
And a couple comments I wanted to read last. Thank you, Sister Angela. Is that Brother Ethan? He said that, with the way our church's theme, he says it resonates with him. We need to believe in, trust in, and rely on what God can do for us. And that's really true, to be able to balance our priorities. Oftentimes we feel like we don't know what to do in stressful situations, or oftentimes we feel like we need control over everything and we don't have that control. But ultimately, it's our Almighty God who will continue to help us be able to balance the things that we're going through in life. And so we need to put our full trust in Him and really prioritize our Lord God. He should always be our top priority, especially in the performance of our duties. And once you are able to do all of that, then you see how things just naturally fall into place. So we're so grateful to have all of you here tuned in with us. We're grateful to have such wonderful viewers leaving so many comments for each other and being so supportive of not just the show, but of your fellow viewers and your fellow brethren here in Mountain States. Roxanne, I'm so grateful that we were able to have this topic. I feel like it was a good one, right?
Yeah, thank you, Adi says also, and also with our listeners and viewers, for they have a lot of insights for today. I hope that they learned a lot from today's discussion, and with Ati Angela too. Thank you, Ati Angela. I will see you soon. And also, Brother Gabe is here too. He's helping us too, Ati Princess. So, and also Kuya Ron and all our INC Radio Mountain States family. Even though they're not here physically, I know they're supporting us with all their hearts, Ate.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Ate Roxanne. And now we always have our show every Saturday. So again, for next week's show, of course, we would love to see you there at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Mountain time, and 7 a.m. in the Philippines. We're always grateful to have such supportive viewership here in the District of Mountain States, and we always want to give you our thank yous. But of course, we want to give our special thank yous to our beloved church administration for allowing us to hold broadcasts such as this, especially Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our executive minister, Brother Angelo Aranio Manalo, our CEO, president of SEPSI and CFO coordinator, Brother Arnel Solano, our station manager, Brother Manly and Dyer, our executive producer, Brother Lowell Newcomb, our district minister, Brother Oliver Canlas, our assistant district minister, Brother Christian Ross, our CFO overseer, Brother Justin Ramos, our district multimedia advisor, the district multimedia team, as well as once again all of our avid listeners of INC Radio. Kuya Tech, if we could go on grid view so we can see our beautiful faces from Sister Roxanne. Hopefully, Brother Gabe is going to say his hellos. If not, it's okay. And Sister Angela, we wanted to thank you all, as well as Sister Angela, for joining us today. Unfortunately, that is all the time that we have. But once again, thank you for watching and listening to INC Radio Mountain States. Continue to stay tuned to INC Radio DCEM 954, changing lives through God's words. And up next is INC Radio Canada. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. See you next Saturday.
See ya. Thanks, Kuya Ted.